That's a little much.
I don't think that's how it goes, but I like
No,
it.
you guys.
I would rather that.
This is way too much.
It almost reminded me of like 20th Century Fox.
It's perfect. Oh yeah.
This seems too imposing musically.
You know what? That's a fair critique, and I will take it in.
This is a carrot.
Ooh, I like this. This is called the Orrery, which I feel like would be in the Temple of Mystery or the House of Knowledge.
Orrery. Airily?
I never told you about the time my brother and my nephew went to Neverwinter and went to the House of Knowledge. I didn't want to like delve into the characters because I just want to like move along with some stuff. But it's in my game. It's run by 3 gnomes, and anytime my nephew asked a question, they would be like, "Could be, I don't know, maybe." Like they would just in turn just not answer any fucking questions.
It's horrendous.
And
so did they end up dead?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, but my nephew's character did end up in prison.
Was it for attempted murder?
No, it was for murder. Actually,
Was there
murdering one
any
of them?
gnome that
They
was like detecting?
No,
like,
they were sent on a
murder?
mission to just investigate something, and then he was just like, "I'm gonna kill all these guards," like just to like
How old is he at the time?
like 11 or 12. He just
right.
he just murked
Should have
him.
called himself Sherlock Gnomes. He wouldn't have to die.
Sherlock Gnomes would never have done that.
No, his character was a
Noah.
Dragonborn. He was a Dragonborn ranger who just had 2 big axes and just murked anything in his path. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like middle school is prime murder hobo age.
Yeah.
Murder Dragonborn with 2 axes.
True, I committed a lot of murder then.
I mean,
Yeah,
he destroyed an
personally.
entire hobgoblin phalanx in one turn. The idea, like, they had, like, big old, like, Scudam shields and spears, and he was just like, nope, you're all dead. And I was like,
a hob
wow.
well done.
Yeah. Well, hob means devil. So, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, doing the devil's work.
Hob is Old English for devil. That's, yeah.
Oh, is that why they call the oven the hob? Because it's hot like the fires of hell? Oh, hell yeah!
So Devil Goblin?
So the day
Hobgoblin.
when we finally come to my campaign setting, which may be soon, which I plan on running, I'm running Red Hand of Doom in person soonish for my friends, and that's all about hobgoblins who are working with some of the forces of hell. And I'm like, in my setting, hobgoblins are literally like, you know what tieflings and like, well, we'll get into this in this game, but like they're half fiend goblins. So they're like half devil, half goblin. So that's why they're taller, and they're so orderly, because goblins are typically chaotic, but devils are lawful aligned.
Yeah.
So
But
that's why they're such good soldiers.
But
They're
not
bad
good.
dudes. Anyway.
Efficient dudes.
Efficient, yeah. I thought
A
I
fiend
had a
in
picture.
need is a fiend indeed.
A friend in need is a friend indeed, and a friend with pipeweed is
Weed?
better.
We're Canadian. We
Weed.
can say it.
You're pretty cool.
You're like
You
looking at you,
did.
Brittany.
I'm looking at you.
I have never done a weed.
I've
A single weed.
Well, now that we're only
That's
allowed
okay.
2 drinks a week, I may have to adjust my intakes.
What did the
Was
guy
looking
say?
for
He's like,
pity.
that doesn't even get you through a week. We're like,
Yeah. I think I saw that. I think I saw that
to
YouTube
get
video.
you through the day. Oh man.
I mean,
But-
truthfully, I only, yeah. I mean, that's okay. I mean, I'm almost out of everything. So
that man represents all of us.
Yes. Yeah. He's
Even though I don't drink.
I am Canadian.
Wait, I gotta-
Honestly, it's
The
the
Lorax, he
campaign.
speaks for the trees.
My favorite part was, and this was not meant in a pejorative, but the person said, I was trying to figure out, it was a TikTok, someone like, I was trying to figure out what he looks like, and I realized, I'm like, why does this man look so familiar to me? Like, do I know him? He's like, I mean, I did live in St. Catharines for a while, but I don't think I know him. How do I know this man? And then they realized that he looks like a grown-up version of Max, that from the illustrated children's books, who looks, I'm gonna put a
Max.
I don't know what you're talking
Can't quite
about.
place. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
think I'm
really
picking
sure
the
what you're
chat.
referencing.
Megabytes. Why does this have to be such a big file?
So Brittany, what I'm referencing, I just realized that you wouldn't
Little
know.
critter?
The health whatever.
Oh, you mean that like Max? Yeah.
Oh no,
What are
I
we
wasn't
talking
talking
about
about
now?
Max. No, I was talking about this
Oh,
drinking thing that I
yeah.
brought up. Okay, wait. Where's this Max thing? Hang on. I need
Just
to-
look up
sorry,
little
sorry,
critter
sorry.
and then Max.
Yeah.
Little
As soon as
critter.
you said little critter, I was like, now I know.
Oh,
Coming together.
It's all coming together.
But
It's all
basically
coming
the
back
federal
to me now.
Guidelines.
the federal guidelines have changed in Canada. Oh yeah. What is he from?
Little critter.
It's yeah, Little
Is that
Critter
really
is
what
a
it was
series.
called? I never
Yeah,
knew
it's
that.
Oh,
a
I
series.
know what you're
recognize the
talking
character,
about.
but-
I know what you're talking about.
By Mercer Mayer. It's
But yeah, very strangely, out of nowhere, the government of Canada put out this thing where they said that they now recommend that Canadians only consume 2 drinks a week, and so everyone's been sort of talking about it because it's so preposterous. Because the previous official line was 15 for males and 11 for females a week, right? So it's like a huge shift, and
Are
their
we talking about
reasoning.
alcoholic beverages?
Yes, but that's the thing. Apparently now, I don't know, there's studies that show like cancer connections, and so anyway, we've all been kind of like observing funny videos of people in the street being interviewed, and nobody's really for that. They're just like that wouldn't even get me through the day, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
so
there's
it is.
one particularly iconic interview outside of the LCBO in downtown St. Catharines, Ontario.
Just
Feel
alcohol
free.
story.
Those are the keywords for you to
Yep,
if you want to
for
put
this.
that in. On
I grew up in St. Catharines. I understand everything.
No, that was actually for the audience.
No, I'm just
As
saying
we
to
are
these
live.
folk here.
Oh,
These folk.
but
So hard
yeah,
to find decent folk nowadays.
but yeah, those are the keywords. If you do want to look it up, it's excellent. Truly, I would say a heritage moment if ever there was one. Wait, you know
If
what?
there was ever one from St. Catharines, it would be that.
It would be that one.
Well, you
Oh,
know,
listen,
other than the
Other than the
Underground
War
Rail-
of 1812 stuff.
and the Underground Railroad
Underground Railroad
stuff.
There's that. Those two.
I mean, yeah.
Stuff's always
During
wild.
the-
to me,
Fenian
'cause, like,
raids. No.
I don't drink at all, so when people are like always talk about like cutting back on drinking and stuff, I'm like, I understand that it could, some people are addicted or it can be hard, but then other times when people are like, oh man, 2 drinks a week, I don't know if I could do that, and I'm like, I don't even do one.
It's good.
I don't either.
Don't if you can help
I have
it.
my own vices. I eat sugar a lot. It's the
Yeah.
ADHD. I'm impelled by it, the dopamine.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm not hooked on it. I just need to find a new vice.
It slowly sips.
I got to stretch this out. I mean, this
Yeah.
is
That's
already
your-
like
It's
this is
your
my
first drink of the week.
second half of the. This is the second half of the week right here.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I'm ready for D&D.
We played D&D
'Cause I am the
on
D&D
hump
D.
days.
All right, so we murder all the gnomes who are
Designated
giving us
driver,
trouble
D&D.
at the library. Not our gnome, of course.
So you're like kind of like splitting your time between like 3 places. There's the House of Knowledge,
Yes.
which is the Temple of Ogma, which is run by 3 gnomes.
Ogra?
God damn it!
Great conjunction.
And I'm not, and then you were also at the Temple of Mistra, which is much smaller.
Yes.
But they were the ones
Smaller.
doing a lot of work.
Yes, they have more connection with the weave.
And I forget what the third place was, but it doesn't matter.
Was
Have they
there a
considered
third
weaving
place?
these nuts?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Okay, is that the 4th or 3rd reference? I've missed
I don't know why we keep saying that tonight. It's amazing.
because
It's
these
the
nuts
4th.
is fantastic.
It's
It's
been-
4.
Nobody
I gotta
knows,
say,
but it's
hasn't been a
evocative.
it has not been a stellar period of time for me, so for some reason it brings me much comfort.
All right, well,
Yeah.
if these
I
nuts
love
bring
saying
you
it
comfort.
too, and I'm like the furthest from nuts of anybody here. And like I say it all the time at work. I'm like, see these nuts, and they're like, oh god.
Well,
I
and
mean,
people
nuts
get
in
like,
general are fun, but I mean, these nuts especially.
no, for whatever reason,
almonds
my-
here.
Look at David's expression. Oh man,
I'm a big
No.
fan of almonds,
Cool.
Talking about
walnuts.
these nuts.
Peanuts aren't actually nuts, They're
they're a legume.
they're peas.
Legume.
They grow on a
You
bush.
should call them peen beans.
They have a bunch of great names like monkey peas. My favorite though, goober peas. That's a
yeah, I
great
like
name.
that.
They do kind of look goobery.
Can you say goober peas in the Jar Jar voice?
No.
Yes.
Goober peas.
No.
I thought you meant the serious one where he's like,
No.
these people don't understand the
goober
natives.
peas.
Goober peas.
Oh, man.
By the gods.
Anyway, we play D&D, guys.
And
do.
not just theoretic.
I love our group.
Bad things are a foot and a hand. Our
D's
heroes. I feel like heroes is a strong word. I don't really like calling you heroes. You're not very.
Yeah,
promoted.
heroes is a little,
Um,
it's a little
Adventurers.
compartmentalized.
Our band of adventurers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very
Who
generic.
I
That'll
like
They
to
will do
refer
something
to
heroic.
as.
gratuitous
I like to
murder,
call them rat catchers.
indiscriminate
I
process.
saw
to
there's
get
a
people
great
to the outer
question
planes.
recently on a Colville stream, which was, "What do you call the adventurers in your campaign setting?" And one person called them. We called them crows. I'm like, that's fucking cool.
That
Isn't
is
that
cool.
Just all adventurers like, oh, those damn crows, right? Because they're like, they're looters and shit like that. Anyway, not
Wow.
mocking crows.
Evil
Love
vultures.
crows. Please, crows that are listening, do not.
But that
So
definitely,
they-
that
Maybe the
definitely
magpies?
Does he call
That ain't-
them, like, a
Magpie's
group with them the murder?
no, that's a murder of ravens.
Murder hobos.
Yeah,
But
what's a group of crows called?
Oh.
This is more important than what we're playing here.
It's a murder.
It's a murder.
No,
Is it the
no.
same? No, I thought it was a murder of ravens.
No. It's a murder.
No,
of
let's quote the
crows.
Raven Nevermore.
Hmm.
Nevermore. It's a murder of crows. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what is a grouping of ravens then?
I mean, we all have access to Google, but it's an unkindness of ravens. That's right.
Oh, that's
Oh,
even
that's the name
better.
of an indie
Well.
comic that came out last year, 2 years ago.
An unkindness of ravens.
Kindness of Ravens, yeah.
Does it feature some mean people doing some not so nice things?
I hope they're
I
all
believe
nice.
So. I did not read it.
Oh.
That'd be
Alright,
very
well, seeing as
ironic.
we're-
Don't
We're
you think?
generally more nice. We'll go with the crows because we do.
Little
murder.
too
I mean, we do
ironic.
process.
Oh,
the
you're
other
finally
planes.
picking a
Ooh,
fucking
it's,
name
it's a
for your
supernatural
team?
mystery.
No, we're never
Oh.
picking.
The unkind crows. How
Not
about that?
today.
What if we were
no.
the kindness of ravens?
That's terrible.
I love it
'Cause-
though.
Let's do it.
Because ravens are
That
distinctly
implies a lot of
unkind.
bad
Crows are the
things.
kind ones. Ravens are not.
Yeah,
the
but
acronym
ravens
is
are the murderers.
KOR.
Listen, I'm not going to make
It's a
enemies of any types of corvids, which includes blue jays,
All of
stellar
them.
jays, and a lot of all the other jays. So I'm just not.
Such.
I love-
COVID sounds too close to COVID, so I don't like it. No, thank
Corvids.
Sorry, it came
Corvids?
first.
Yeah,
you.
they
Um,
did indeed.
So, yeah, you guys were kind of got an information dump last week. I assume you plan on doing something now with a lot of that information.
Yeah, okay. Seeing as the Church of Mistra is
They've been
Stumped.
very helpful so
yes.
far.
Oh no, I'm not knocking
Are
them.
you
They
lying?
could
I
be
think-
more helpful, perhaps.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what
I
to
feel like I'm yelling. You
to
know?
You
help
are a little bit, yeah.
how
change
to appeal to them more. I mean, the fact of it is they have solved a lot of our questions. This is something that is outside of magic,
Mhm, mhm.
outside of
Oh,
the
Gabe's
regular.
fault.
I'm real mad at him.
Mhm.
Just as an FYI, as a reminder to any folks who had forgotten.
You're
don't-
mad at everybody.
The
so-
No, it's
flames,
not true. No, I
flames
wanna be
coming out
clear.
of the sides of my head.
I want to be clear. She's not mad at everyone. She is mad. She is always mad for a reason.
She's mad at two people at all times: Darylith Fell
Yeah.
and Gabriel Shadowfist.
As far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned, you're mad all
Sometimes
the time. so-
every NPC
that
we
is-
encounter.
I would say
Yeah.
about 70% of NPCs. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so but here's the thing though. Darylith
Much better. without
Darylith has
camera.
not. Okay, no, listen. These are all. They're all reasons, though. It's not like she's just mad for nothing. Darylith betrayed us by lying and concealing a literal fucking like orb of hell is what she called
Not
it.
an
Remind
orb of hell. That's so
It's a dark
two-dimensional.
orb. It's a patent heater of sorts.
It's an orb.
No,
of-
but he
of
literally put us in
entropy.
danger.
It's what I deal with. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Look,
And more importantly,
don't-
what you did
In
was
real life,
conceal
gods
feel
don't
it.
seem to care, as far as I know.
You concealed it from us, and so you robbed us of our ability to make choices around that.
Anyway,
anyway.
getting back to what I said, she's always mad, and that coming from me, that's correct.
Gabe was a shit, and now he hurt somebody that I like. Gabe wasn't that much of a shit, but she doesn't like him.
Gabe
Similar
existed.
to Gabe,
He was a bit
Unintentionally,
tricksy.
unintentionally, me.
He was a
and
bit
Gabe
tricksy to
have
me. Don't play
offended
Gabe.
you.
I love you were like, well, he's tricksy. He's like, yeah, he's an NPC that had no reason to trust you at start and was very forthcoming with
I know,
information.
and we treated him
He's
like
the
crap.
tricksy one. Yeah.
Trixie makes me think of Speed Racer.
Banby sees every NPC
Nice.
as whether they have an exclamation mark or a question mark above their head, and if they have neither, they have no use to her.
Yeah.
Whoop.
I'm sorry. I will just.
What a time to be alive.
I'm just going to refer everyone back to my fucking background and personality traits.
Wait a minute.
Specifically.
Wait a minute. I was just in my organizational behavior class today. I think Banby's a narcissist. Because if they don't have something to offer her, she gets very upset with them.
Well, that's all PCs and all RPG games,
Okay.
frankly. So.
No, I want to be clear. I'm going to read you the personality traits that were selected when we made this character. I have different assumptions of. No. I have different. Shh. I have different assumptions from those around me concerning personal space, blithely invading other spaces in innocence, or reacting to ignorant invasions of my own. But I also pretend not to understand the local language in order to avoid interactions I would rather not have. And I have chosen not to interpret that as direct language, but to just blindly go around ignoring people's personal space.
And I will say I've always been very impressed with how consistent Bambi is. And how you play Bambi.
Thank you, I try. I am not like this personally, I want to be clear.
Bambi's the reason we've made it this far.
I don't know that is 100% not true.
Listen, what I've learned from my character is I either climb something very well or not at all.
That's
90% of what Xanon has done for this party.
I have mage chant.
You know, it's good to remind us every once in a while. So we don't forget.
Are we trying to get the Candlekeep or not? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
There's a library here, but yes, Marilee's
Journals.
Mary's journal
Yes.
specifically was donated to Candlekeep.
Yes,
many
that was
years
the
ago.
actual reason.
Yeah.
I had my own reasons, but that was the actual party reason.
Yeah, I had to. I think I had to remind the party of that earlier today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
no,
forgot.
unfortunately, yeah,
Like,
we
Candlekeep was
actually had
important.
forgotten that, but that was something that we actually had been like repeating to ourselves. And
I
yeah,
took
we
lots
felt-
of notes.
That's
I
not to
said it
say
was important.
you can make a decision for what you want to do going forward without going there, but it's one of those things where it's like, do you feel like you have enough information right now? And if you want more information, how would you want to go about getting more information? Because clearly the people here are capable of contacting extraplanar creatures. If there's like, I know you guys aren't a high enough level for that. Well, maybe you are. There are spells like clairaudience, clairvoyance, scrying, and things like that. So there are attempts can be made at finding information. There's a lot of different things you can do. Like I don't remember what the spell is, but it's the wheel or woe spell that like it's like, is this a good course of action? That kind of thing. So
yeah, augury.
Augury, that's the one. I think it's level 2.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that one. Sorry, go ahead, Bambi.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking about our own relationships. We were sort of like we are on our self-appointed quest, but we had sort of been sent here by other people to like go and like deal with this sort of ourselves, with the expectation that like this wasn't that bad, and this seems like it is that bad. And I feel like we should be alerting the people for whom this should know.
Yes, no, actually, I have been very consistent in trying to alert people, so I should actually go to the tier, because there was like a tier church here, right?
Every time we enter a town,
Yeah.
Darylith is like, so here's everything we know, shit's going down. And they're like,
Yeah, I
sorry,
know.
can't help. And he's like,
I know, they're always fighting
Fine.
some war somewhere. It's like, oh man, this thing's got too much shit going on.
I've always felt that Helmshold was basically like immediately outside of Neverwinter, but I think it's actually quite a ways outside of Neverwinter. As far as I'm concerned, it's within like a 2-hour walk. Helmshold is an enclave. It's a keep located outside of Neverwinter that is dedicated to Tyr. That you can find paladins there. There are clerics. You can buy magic items. Like you need holy water, that kind of stuff. Like there's that kind of stuff's there. Neverwinter is also like the 3rd largest city.
Yeah,
in
already
in the what's it called? Sword Coast. So like, if you want items, this is a good place to look for items, right? If you want to trade things, like this is a good place to like shop.
Okay, here's my question. Here's my question to the group. Originally we were trying to get the Candlekeep and our passage into Candlekeep, because Candlekeep requires
A book.
Well, a book.
Mhm.
We have that book.
Mhm.
Do
The
we still want to go to
pre-human
Candlekeep?
skin.
Because if we don't, then we could probably exchange. I mean, the Church of Mistral probably want to contain that. But we could still exchange it to get into Candlekeep. So that's the question. Do we want to bother with that? I would like to go to Candlekeep. I'm just going to say outright.
I also want to go to Candlekeep.
I agree.
The more you know,
I've wanted
right?
to go to Candlekeep for months.
Yeah.
Knowledge is half the battle. The other half is lasers.
Yeah. Which we might be
Knowing
able to
is
learn
half
more
the
about
battle.
at Candlekeep.
Yeah.
So I'm of two minds because I personally really, really want to go to Candlekeep. I don't know that like Bambi would do that. I think that having heard about this and like being really concerned about Marilee, even though like she is like a knowledge hungry like little snipe, like there's an imminent danger threat sort of thing happening now that we now know what it is. And
Well, we do and we
yeah.
don't. The question,
Mhm.
okay, so this is what my understanding of it, or my character's understanding of it.
Mhm.
What Marilee is suffering from is something related to time and
Mhm.
a fracture, possibly
Mhm.
Gabriel's existence is affecting things in a way that is unnatural. I mean, everything's unnatural, but beyond the normal scope of things. Um, Marilee's journal, and her relationship with Gabriel is what the heck is paramount to understanding maybe what's happening to her. Other than contacting, I guess, elements that are connected with. See, that's the thing. Can I roll a religion check? Is there any deity that is specifically aligned with time? I don't remember this. This doesn't seem obvious to me.
Tempest?
Yes, actually. Originally, Amonator was the Netherese god of time and has recently come back.
Yes,
Actually,
out of the fold of Lathander, right?
yes, Lathan. So there's this whole
Yeah,
debate
Lathander
about
consumed
whether
them.
it like right, like because you guys don't know objectively what's true or not, right? Like
Yes.
in the last 100 years, people are like, "Hey, I think Grumpsh is just an aspect of Talos," and some people are like, "Maybe we don't." Like some people disagree. Some people think like there's a whole triad of or the two-faced god. Some people think Saloon and Shar might be the same goddess, right? The goddess of like forgetfulness and darkness, and the goddess of like the moon and light and all this stuff. And they're like, because those are like two of the original goddesses in the creation myth of Toril.
Mhm.
Right.
So there's all kinds of heresies. Like it's not just like, oh, this is objectively true. The gods let people believe things to be true as well, right? So some people are now like, hey, we think these two guys are the same because when Netheril fell and Amonitar was their main god, this lawful neutral deity of time and the seasons and all kinds of stuff like that, that dude fell. Well, what happened? Because this is a chiefly human deity. All of a sudden, all these humans are basically farmers now. Like we just have agriculture and they're trying to keep the forces of darkness at bay, right? There's all this magic has gone crazy, or wild. And now there's plenty of things that are causing troubles. And Lathander directly opposes those things. And Lathander is not quite the god of agriculture, but is the god of like new beginnings and harvest and things like that. Like
Yes,
Lathander is the
life.
closest thing we have to like a Christian deity, essentially, where it's like
Life.
yeah. The other half of that would be like Shantia, which is the goddess of like the hearth and home and agriculture and stuff like that. So those two together are like your Jesus and Mary kind of like they
So
fight
cheesy.
undead, right? They fight undead and they're
Mhm.
about, just
Look at the
living good
shirt I was
lives.
wearing today. The
I've
Mighty
been
Nice.
trying to
Nine.
wear it
Very
since
Like I
it was
knew.
just announced that there's going to be a Mighty Nine series on
Yeah.
Amazon
I
Prime.
know. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'd
When
love
is
to-
Well,
our
they all
series
come-
coming out on Amazon Prime?
They
everybody
all
wants to see
come to
that.
Kelemvor in the end, so it doesn't
Mhm.
matter about life and the hearth and all that sort of
So
business.
yeah, it's quite possible that they could if you wanted to draw that conclusion, no one could say you were. I mean, they could say, but they couldn't prove that you were wrong. That this is somehow related to the return of Amonator, a god of time. Could be.
Okay. I feel that my character is trying to keep track of these sorts of things just because
Mhm.
I'm not.
Well, you're
a
a cleric. You
totally-
take a keen interest in gods, right?
Yes.
Like,
This
you know.
this amateur thing has been definitely would be something that bugs me.
Mhm.
I know that the Church of or the I don't know, is it a cult at this point, of Amator does exist. Would it be useful for us if we went to Candlekeep to seek further knowledge on something related to Amator?
I guarantee you, if you go to Candlekeep, you will find 90% of probably any information you want to know in this game.
Yeah, see, the problem is Amator, from my very brief existence in this wheel of time, as it were, has been a little bit
Tumultuous.
it's hard to define. It's hard to define. Okay.
Okay.
So
Trouble.
as
Just trouble.
things, yes, the time of troubles, in fact, possibly beyond that. Reference so I feel that only in the greatest library in the Forgotten Realms would we find answers related to Amator, who is the closest god who may actually be able to help us in the situation with
I don't care about the gods. None of them have helped us so far. I
Truth
guess they've
be
helped
told,
you.
That's not true.
They've all helped us. I know she's just being.
Yeah, she's
I want to be clear. She's just being a snot. I know this.
If I
I
recall
put my-
correctly, more than one of you has rolled concordance and succeeded and has had a divine servitor.
this ridiculous
to
guy
aid
with
this guy.
thumbs.
First one am I praying to
guy.
today?
Were you not sent like a Dominion angel?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
100% we were.
Ridiculous.
like
I
a
put my
rift,
hand-
a rift in the plains opened, and floating through
Yep.
was a creature of flaming eyes and wings.
But
and
Xanon didn't
placed
see it, so it
my
doesn't
hand
matter.
you.
on Bambi's shoulder, which I know will annoy her, but it amuses me, so I do it anyway. I understand about the gods, and I lean in, I whisper, and I say, I concur. But
Oh,
whether they help us or not,
Oh, you can't
they
see my face.
exist, and there is knowledge that might help Marilee in Candlekeep. I am convinced of this. That's what I say to her.
if it matters to people, Gabe is in favor of going to Candlekeep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the whole part.
It's not gonna help the case for Bambi.
I want to be clear. As soon as if Gabe is in favor, she is not.
Just out of
Okay.
sheer pettiness.
But everybody else was already in favor before this conversation. So what are we gonna do now?
All in favor?
That's
Her
funny.
hands up. Gabe walks up and she's like, "Motherfucker."
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Just like construct. Put your hand down.
Gabe has also gone from like distraught to angry.
At me?
he's,
Oh wow.
just
No,
angry.
angry at himself. Probably.
I mean, that's pretty reasonable. You know what? He didn't do anything of this on purpose, and I'm saying this as me.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
we know. Yes.
If you say something nice about him, then it couldn't
Yeah,
be
you know. He's doing great. I really like him, by the way. I'm a big fan.
my
I
my
really like,
second ever D&D character.
Nice.
I like him. He's
Role-playing.
delightful.
He's
I'm-
he's all the parts of me I wish were better. It's like he's adventurous and he's really lucky and all this stuff and yeah.
Yeah, no,
Sadly, all my
absolutely, yeah.
characters are a reflection of me.
I do not think that should stop you.
All my characters
from,
are something that's fucked up with me.
Mm.
This one is my eyesight.
Oh.
You
That's
notice
funny, that's
Gabe
interesting.
doesn't wear glasses.
Eyesight and my luck with women, apparently.
Mm. Interesting.
Actually, Gabe has insane perception.
Okay.
It's sight
well,
beyond sight.
I will.
If the
I
no-
will. Type beyond sight. Where's that from? Is it?
I have Thundara. Give
the
me sight
cats.
beyond sight.
See, I like Braveheart more than.
Eyes
You mean
of the
Brave
hawk,
Star?
ears of the wolf, brave
I mean,
star.
it is Burns Day,
Brave
so
Star.
it's
Yeah, sorry, Braveheart. Sorry,
appropriate.
Brave Star.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Okay. I put my hand again on Bambi's shoulder because I know it will annoy her. This is for Marilee, and I think that there's something in Candlekeep that will help her. Forget your feelings towards Gabriel and what harm he and I may have affected upon you. This is all for Marilee. I'll roll a charisma check. I don't mind.
Please do.
Put your
And I would like to
hands
do.
on her
Yes, I would like to
shoulder.
contest it. I want to see. I want to see. I know that player characters can't do
Persuasion.
that.
Okay, I'll do a persuasion roll.
It's very.
Oh
good.
man, +2. Fuck.
What do I
Oh
contest?
no, I only got an
This is-
8.
This is the point when you guys just act and you just decide. Like, it's so weird to me when people are like, "No, I want the dice to decide what my character thinks."
Oh,
about
yeah,
what's
no.
the-" I'm like, no.
I-
This is my turn to make a decision in the game.
I thought I made a
like
good
role
argument.
playing.
It was a
It's
great
Mary
argument.
Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. If I want to be clear though, she's still very small. You could very much invade her personal space and just pick her up and throw her on the boat.
Look,
like
I didn't put my hand on your head, okay? I did lean down to put it on your shoulder, right? I'm such an ass.
anyways, she
He
shrugs
gets
it off.
down, he goes down to one knee. Like, listen, kiddo.
Hey, buddy.
We gotta do this thing. First, we gotta do it. Do it for me, McGarnagle. Well, McGarnagle, he's dead.
Xanon's gonna count. Okay, so that's like majority, right? Okay, let's go. Gonna shuffle everybody along back to the ship.
While I'm on my knee, I
Will-
turn and I say, Bambi does count for more than one vote, right? Right? And I wink at Bambi. Trying to make this
Xanon, he just winked at Bambi.
fantastic.
Ah, my God.
Xanon rages and becomes a barbarian.
Oh my God.
Dereleth,
Yeah,
aren't those what are they called? Those spies that spy network that you're so fond of? The Harpers.
What?
Are there Harpers here that you should they should
I don't have to put a bag over my head. Okay.
you're best friends with them, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I whispered to Kelemvor, and he's just gonna fly around your face, and he's just gonna fly around, just bothering you. Every time you go, he doesn't even.
His existence bothers me. You don't need to worry about that. That's
Perfect. Exactly, 100%. And that's
Does
literally.
he make sound? I don't think
Yes.
that's part of his.
He is. Yes, he can.
Why would he
He
make
makes-
sound? Okay.
You can't homunculi, okay?
Because it's not homuncul. If homuncul can't, it's
It's
homuncul can.
homunculum mute.
Homunculus nuts?
I'm trying to push this towards our. I'm trying to push this towards our ultimate conclusion. Bambi, look.
Love how last session we were like,
Oh,
no.
almost in
You
tears
don't have to
about
bother.
Marilee, and then this section.
I
That's
know.
just-
Her hatred, though.
Listen,
her
you
hatred towards
can't
me
stay
and Gabriel.
angry for. It's just that this is
Yeah.
regular
Duality,
emotional regulation. Is you
Yeah.
were sad and now you're back
Emotional
to.
damage. Okay.
Yeah, and if you're
Emotional
lucky,
damage.
listen.
That's
the
better,
best
that's
part is
better.
that if
You
you're
did
lucky, we might hit her spell scar, which you haven't hit forever. We haven't she hasn't felt the need to try and interact with that. And when
I
that
don't want
happens,
to
it's a wild. It's a wild.
I don't want to either.
A wild. Emotions.
Bambi,
Anyways.
remember this is for Marilee, and the gods will do what they will, and but knowledge and books. I mean, books, Bambi.
The more you know.
You're
I
gonna
say,
sing that?
if God won't help us,
I
with
mean,
this,
like,
shoot
listen.
him in the dick.
Let's be real though. If there was gonna be something that gets her, it's the books. She's a
Yeah, I know.
fucking
That's
nerd.
why I'm appealing to her.
Books for the
Do I need to roll
books.
for that, or will the
For the
books
band.
do-
For the
will
band.
books do it?
Where will we leave? Will Marilee come with us, or will she stay here under the
Marilee
care?
will.
I think Marilee will die.
Really
if
needs
she
to
comes
stay
with us.
here. Is
Absolutely,
there
good.
any medical? Is there any healing facilities better than Mistra? Okay, we'll leave her with Mistra.
Is there? I mean, they're clerics. There's high level clerics here.
No, everybody's a high level cleric. I mean, in all these.
There's
these
probably like a
places.
20th level cleric in
Okay.
Helmshold, but like
20th?
yeah.
Okay.
It's like one of the seats of the Order of the Gauntlet, right? Like that's like the place where you're like, I want to kill fiends and shit. That's
How do we?
where I go to.
Excuse me.
Um,
How do we move her?
What's the
here
best
to there?
What's the best location for us to have like a message immediately sent to like Mirabar and to the people that are out in the Silver Marshes?
Silver Marches is a
Marches.
region. Mirabar, the Marchian of Mirabar was the person who was like,
Yeah.
who you talk to. The Marchian is the ruler of Mirabar.
selling demerits, and then
Yeah.
we also have stuff from the Harples. Like
Mhm.
I'm just trying to think of like
Harples.
Is it
The
Harples? What did I say?
Harpers.
No,
Yeah,
the
you're
Harples
first.
were the family that teleported.
Yeah,
us.
they're an eccentric family of mages.
Harpers.
Yeah,
Okay.
The
yeah.
Harples-
Welcome to.
Yeah, it was Harples.
I
Yeah,
take
I know.
notes, guys.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the Harpers.
No, well, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Funny
you're a
coincidence.
Harper, but I don't care about that. No.
Not even a Harper.
Harper?
They kidnapped
Exactly.
him.
I
And
mean,
I went were-rat to save
You're
him.
Harper.
And we
I
also
don't rendition characters enough, obviously, because
No.
it doesn't stick in their mind.
It's just been so long. That was like a year ago, 2 years ago. How long?
Uh,
well, no. I mean, the thing is, I'm very, very low level. I don't think I consider myself a Harper. Okay.
There are low-level Harpers.
Oh, it's a Harper wannabe.
I don't really know how it exactly works, other than
You're not a
having
Harper.
bag
They
over my
didn't
head.
give
No,
you a pin. You are
exactly.
you
Not
are
even
an
a
a
Harper
pin, but not
intern.
not a proper pin. I don't think.
You're
You have
what
a
they would
harp on.
call an asset,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But
no,
you
I
are
understand
not
that.
a spy, right?
Yeah, no, I know. I absolutely appreciate
Because
Dang,
that.
Derelict, you
spies-
got that ass.
I don't
on.
want to be totally in with those guys, but I like knowing them. That's
Spies
fine. I get it. I
don't
get it.
do things. Spies observe and report,
Mm.
right? And then you send in like a sandbagger or an
I wish we
operator
told
or
James
something like
Bond
that,
that.
Got
right?
that reference.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah,
cleanup
Yeah.
crew.
Alaska.
yeah,
And
Right,
the
Alaska.
cleaner.
yeah.
So
So yeah.
cleaners. Oh, I get that reference too.
You
I
send
say
in.
watch
Here's the
Spy
thing.
Family.
If you
You'll learn
watch,
about spies.
if you watch
Acid.
Andor,
Haven't
there's a spy in that show,
Mm,
What?
and the
okay.
spy
Spoilers.
doesn't do
Spies.
anything. Of course, there's
Spy
spies in a show
spies.
about spies, and then there's people like Andor. Andor is not a spy. Andor is an operator, right? You
Well,
send Andor on a
spoilers.
mission.
I guess. I mean,
It's
I
not a
guess
spoiler. That's the
His-
plot of the
his
show.
role.
All
That's
right.
that's
Good
what
to know.
he.
Good to know.
Have you seen Rogue
Is his
One? He's an
designation.
operator, right? They
Rogue
had a spy
One,
in
Star
Rogue One.
Wars.
He was the guy they were interrogating. Remember? That guy is not an
Well,
operator. He's a spy.
Okay.
Yeah.
The point is, I know my
Got it.
relationship with the Harpers. I have gauged it correctly. Yes, I am just loosely connected with them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay.
No, like the Harples. No, I like the Harples to the no, because there's fighting happening in the Silver Marches right now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
the
that was
War of the
reason-
Silver Marches is happening right now. If you'd like to learn more,
Still
go
going
ahead
on.
and
Where's
read
Dill
like the
Warden?
13th Dritz de Worden book or whatever it is. You can find it.
No, but is
we-
it still happening? Can we find out from the Church of Mistra?
It's still happening.
Oh man.
This war
Actually,
takes like
I
2
will-
years. So
I want to speak with the highest person at the Church of Mistra, and I reveal to them the vision that I had from
if
Talos.
anytime anybody asks for like a manager in one of my games, I'm gonna go, hello. Why do you talk? Is this enough money to buy all these toys? Let me see. Why, yes. Why do you talk like that? I had a stroke. It's not my job.
Okay, that's fine.
I would think it'd be
That's
funny
fine.
if you just turned around and you're like, I am the manager.
Oh, let me get the manager for you. Hello.
Still
Okay,
the same
it's fine.
cleric.
It's fine. I have the same reaction. I don't care. I just want to pass on my information as I
Mhm.
have been in the past, and I just want to say, I appealed to Talos, and he granted me a vision of a
Mm.
gate on fire and much death. I think the blood war is coming, and I try as best as I can to describe the vision that was provided to me.
Well, they're like, yeah, that sounds like Talos, right? A lot of destruction. You know, that's kind of his deal. I mean,
Fair is fair, but
here's
what
the
he
thing, like, and then like someone would be like, well, like, have you interpreted that in any way? Like, have you thought about that any further? Because
I
like,
am a simple.
that sounds like something
priest.
Talos would want, right? Talos wants a clash, right? That's what he likes.
Yes. A priest of the weave. I am a simple speaker for the god of death. I am not here to interpret things. I just wanted to pass on that information. You may interpret it as you will. My lord of the dead is not concerned with these things, only the after effects. So interpret it.
And the cleric is like, aren't you? Isn't Kelemvor concerned with people dying prematurely?
Well, I think that's
concerned.
I think that's a discussion of philosophy and doctrine. While the conflict in Silver Marches is raging, I don't feel we have the time to have this philosophical discussion. My interests have always been in the orderly procession of the dead. So
why are you a part of this party at all?
party
if-
at all?
Well, you and your party are like, if you are you concerned about what's going to happen or not? Like, we can't do much about it, but you have information, and you sound like you have you understand what needs to be done. So, what would you like us to do for you? Like,
I think you overestimate our understanding of the situations. We would like passage to Candlekeep, in fact, to continue defining what needs to be done.
you need
If there
passage.
is a
You
way
have,
to
you have
close
an
the gate,
airship. What do you need passages for? What?
well, if that is the best way, I did want to ask
It's
the.
probably the most direct way. Yeah.
Really,
You
there is no
You can't
other
teleport into
passage. There's no
Candlekeep. Would you like to be like atomized,
Is there any way to teleport outside of Candlekeep?
like outside of the gates? Maybe. Why?
No, I am merely asking, as an agent of Lord of Death, to the Mistress of the Weave. In your opinion,
Mhm.
out of respect,
Mhm.
which do you think is the most efficient way for us to reach Candlekeep, so that we might find answers to the question of the gate, as well as the
I would
salvation
imagine
of our friend?
flying in a straight line would probably be the fastest way there. Because finding someone to tell he's like, you think I can teleport you? You think I've just got teleport ready to go? I don't.
Well,
Wait, do you?
Perfectly
don't.
honest, I actually thought.
Wait, none of you do? What are you doing here then?
I'm gonna
Sorry.
shut up and let Bambi talk now.
It's so the guy's like it's so typical of adventurers to come in there like people can just teleport us everywhere.
We
Have you
prefer
been
to go by
teleported? Do you know
crows.
how dangerous teleporting is?
Yes,
have you
we
ever
have
teleported
multiple
inside of a
times.
wall
Crows,
before?
actually.
Have you ever lost a limb to teleporting? Let me
Have
tell
you?
I've seen it. It's not pretty.
Have
All
you?
right? Not
She like goes to
personally,
grab
but
at
I've
his
seen
arms.
it happen.
I'm gonna
Oh,
lean
yeah?
into the rest of the party and say I think we're done here. So
Yeah,
we'll
is
just
it,
let
was it
Bambi
a friend
finish
of a
the
friend?
conversation.
Tell me about their name.
Do you want me to get the guy? Because he's not going to be happy to talk about it. But if
Oh, does he still have his tongue? I assumed he would have lost that in the Great Wall debate.
What?
does this
Okay.
stone belong to you?
No, I don't know who she is.
I've never
talked
met
to
this
the-
woman in my life. Well, she came.
talked to-
She came in here with you, and she's been real mouthy. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
For
a
someone who
feature.
practices the art, she sure doesn't have a lot of reverence for Our Lady of Mysteries.
She doesn't have reverence for anybody. That's just her way.
Well, that kind of arrogance gets you smoten.
I don't think it's
Is
arrogance.
that
It's
the
just-
official word?
she's not really in with us. Look, I'm gonna talk to
I
number
have a
two while
couple
she's
of books
arguing.
that says that actually maybe your grammar is a bit off. Do you think that
Is there
Mistress
somebody
can help
else
you with that too?
No, don't offend Mistra.
Mistra is great. She's doing a great job. I don't know that you're a great representative of her work, though. I
Okay,
think that we'd like to.
I talked to the rest of the party. Let's just pack up and get out of here.
Oh my god! Fucking go! Why are you letting me
I
talk?
want to find the next best person to talk to while
Oh my
she's yelling
god!
at
Don't
this
let me
guy.
talk!
Who's the
This
vice
is going
manager?
so long.
The vice man, who's the assistant to the regional
Assistant
manager,
manager.
of the Temple of.
I just want to make sure Marilee is taken care of while she's yelling at the manager.
Massage your
Listen.
shoulders.
We would
know what?
appreciate it. We as a representative of Our Lady of Mysteries, we would appreciate it if you would not utilize your magical talents within the walls of Neverwinter, just for everyone's safety.
That seems reasonable. Thank you very much for your
yeah.
feedback.
Yeah. If you would like to leave, the door is there.
Our esteemed captain, can we leave her in your care while we go to Candlekeep to seek further answers?
You're talking about Marilee? Yeah, the
Marilee.
She takes him out. Which gnome?
What is the sorry,
They're like, no. We're
Great
just, you know,
word.
like there's not like this is a mystery, and that's kind of their deal, right?
Oh yeah,
So
okay,
they're like,
okay.
All right, you know,
I will
this is something
nevertheless.
they can't explain, so it's something they want to, you know, they might keep contacting. It might not go well for them,
And
but they
we'll
might
keep
keep contacting
mysteries.
extraplanar entities to figure out exactly how this works, right?
All right. Well, I still give them 10 gold.
Oh,
Your out of
your
respect for Mistra
appreciate.
and for the care of our friend.
That should increase your reputation with the city. You know that.
Well-
In Baldur's Gate, if you give temples money, it improves your reputation.
No, that's fair. No, that was my intention.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we smooth things over before we get out of here. We had fun,
Fair.
but
That's,
All right.
Oh no, it is.
Okay, well, okay, no, but I did actually find out that they thought the airship was the best way to go. So, I mean, yeah, let's.
I would
does
think
anyone wanna buy
most
anything?
people you talk to, as long as there's not like a lightning storm, they're gonna be like, that thing that flies in a straight line anywhere you want to go. That sounds like a great idea. Like,
Well, it's just the fact that we did try that and we ended up here, so that's the only reason I asked. Okay.
Well, we are going to be hugging the coast. Like we're not flying. We're not kind of like flying a bit more blindly like we were before. We have a lot more like landmarks to work with.
and more of you are trained in its use, right, than before.
It's all rolls.
Not
but
this
that's
guy.
All right. Okay. Well. Okay. We leave Marilee, and then I guess does anybody want to buy anything before we go, or are we out of here?
Yeah. We should probably.
Because we can't buy anything at Candlekeep. So that's.
Potions of healing or something.
Does any?
you need
Okay.
them. We always forget to do that, and then we battle. And
Well,
we're like,
you
"No,
always
why
buy
can't
them
we
and you
do-"
use them on us. So
Yeah, I buy them and I use them.
I actually have 3 left. So if you want,
I have
if
4
you
as
really
well.
want them, okay, all right. Yeah,
I think
because
we
we usually buy
I
them
made us
Neverwinter.
stock up last time.
You can buy minor magic items here at a 2% discount because this is a large city. I mean, it's almost. It's not quite a
2% you say.
metropolis. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, just.
So you're
very
going to be able,
quickly,
if you
what
want to
counts
find
as
if you want to
minor?
find +1 weapons, if you want
Oh.
to find potions of healing, if you want to find scrolls, probably first or second level.
Yeah, I have 5 potions of healing. We're probably
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I have 3 and
healer's
Eric's
kit.
got 4. So
I'm just gonna post again because I actually have some materials for people. Or I've been holding on to some materials in the bag of holding, just as a reminder of stuff that we have if you want to sell it. We have there is an extra 2-handed sword. There's a 1-handed hammer that went to me. I think it was just a mundane hammer. There's a set of black scale mail that went to Derelith. Bracers
Yes,
that went to
I'm wearing
Xanon,
that.
and then a battle axe of +2 defender.
I have that equipped.
That went. Yeah. Okay. You have that. Okay.
okay.
So maybe you all do have those. Never mind. I read them all.
Oh, actually, no, that's true. I actually haven't dumped my old scale mail, so.
Say I don't know if I did anything with the bracers. Let me see.
The base price of scale mail is 50. So what happens when I try to sell that?
You can sell stuff for 50% of its.
That's fair. I don't really want to waste time on haggling, so I'll just go straight for that.
I thought we
50%.
sold.
Getting their
Oh, I
bracers of
sold my
defense,
stuff.
and I am wearing them. I have them.
You
equipped.
sold your stuff what, Eric? At
Oh,
cost?
no, a while ago. Because I don't have any of the extra stuff.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I still have the scale mail, so I'll dump that here for 25 minutes.
Oh, I have an extra longsword. I should sell that.
I have a digital copy. I don't need my book.
How much does this gold longsword go for?
I don't know. You can look that up.
If you're not haggling, then it should actually. Oh, right, you don't actually have the Beyond.
Yeah, I had the
You guys
Black
all have
Skeleton
access to
and the
D&D
bracers.
Beyond?
Yes, we
You
do.
all have it.
Oh,
Maybe
I will
that's
open
why
now.
my AC is 19 now.
Sorry, which
So
book
yeah, I
is
already
it?
had them equipped.
Just look for equipment. I can probably give you a link.
Under inventory. Yeah.
No, I meant which book am I supposed to look in?
There, I posted a link. It'll take you to the player's handbook and the whole equipment page. I need to look up something else.
The magical.
Mystery tour.
All right. In Baldur's Gate 1, there's an iron crisis, and your weapons have a chance of breaking in that game. Until you get magic items, yeah. And then you just have broken swords and stuff like that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's like hardcore. That's hardcore RPG rules.
Yeah. And then in Icewind Dale, you can literally find like high quality versions. It'll be like basically masterwork. But
So-
then they don't work on any enemies because they're all undead.
What's the conversion for selling?
You get half
Half of what it is?
costs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Half of the base.
Yeah.
The base price.
And that's pretty generous.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
it's pretty
feel,
good without rolling.
All right. I
In
will-
Actually-
Starfinder, you sell stuff for 10% of their value,
Yeah, that's about right. That's
which sounds
Kijiji
way
prices.
more fucking reasonable. Yeah.
What's half
Actually,
of a
that's not-
gold?
that's true.
5
silver.
2.5 silver. So two,
Oh,
2
2.5?
silver. Yeah, well, 1 gold would be 10 silver. So 5
Yeah, so it's
oh,
5
5
silver.
silver. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's 5 silver.
Okay, 5.
Yeah, think of gold as dollars, and so technically silver should be dollars and copper should be pennies.
Okay. I'm gonna sell my.
Yeah, I don't sure, whatever.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not concerned with all that bookkeeping. You guys figure out that stuff.
Yeah.
Is
I've
there
cleared
an
this
alchemy
scale.
store? Is there?
Yes, you
or
can get
alchemy-
alchemical supplies here. Yes.
Okay.
At a 2% discount.
At a 2% discount. Yes. No, but I have. I want to talk to you because we have long-standing sort of alchemical supplies that we have never particularly used, but we have like preserved.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if but we don't necessarily have the pricing of them. If we wanted to try and hawk them.
On the other hand, though, because you can craft all kinds of stuff, I mean, why not hang on to it, right? Since you have the bag of holding.
You know what? Fair point.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually utilize it, so it's not actually excess. So might as well just keep that.
If you want, since the airship is basically redone, if you wanted to install a type of workstation, like it originally had an alchemical shop in it, which it still technically does. But if you get rid of all the supplies, then it doesn't matter.
Oh, I know. I meant just my personal supplies. Not the. But if we could I guess I hadn't thought about what it would cost to restock the airship.
Well, I mean, it's the same. It's your supplies, right? So it's like everything. Let me put it this: everything in the airship previously was ruined.
Yeah.
Right. So all of that. Let's assume the stock is 0 from what it was. So you basically can restart. So if you want to keep the alchemy lab in there, you can, or you could replace that alchemy lab with like a smithy or some other type of thing that you could use on the road. But
Well, I am proficient in painter supplies. How about we set up a little studio and we start
that doesn't actually require like a full like art studio. You can just you don't actually, because that's just an easel and some paint, right?
Young man, are you saying that we should not have a fulsome use of an artist's studio?
I kind of disagree with that. Yeah, I feel that
we need places to hang them, to dry them. Yeah. We need more space to stretch out.
Anyway, you do whatever you
I'm
want.
gonna buy a crowbar.
Yes, but
okay.
What it costs.
I already have one.
You have a crowbar?
Oh no, I have. Yeah, I have one too.
You know
okay, then I won't buy one.
Yeah.
Well,
crowbar is
you can
very
have
useful.
one like the rest of us. Maybe there's going to be a puzzle where we all need a crowbar.
Oh my God.
He stopped us with his crowbar puzzle.
Bro, I have a
Okay,
crowbar
fine.
too. Did you
Fine.
not get adventuring gear? Did you do climbing gear or something?
Yeah, I know. I already have a crowbar.
I
as well.
have climbing gear.
10-foot pole. Do you have that?
A crowbar.
In my Pathfinder 2 character, the first thing I did was take the crowbar out of his inventory because it's
weighs
not
a lot.
used.
It weighs
He's a lawful good paladin. When was the last time he broke into something?
Yeah, I mean that's reasonable.
You can use it to save a life.
Or you could have used it as a kind of medieval jaws of
Well,
life.
he has a
to
claw
save
hammer
when I
on his belt
flipped.
because he's he's a 377-year-old handyman. So
Okay,
he's
fair
like,
enough. Claw hammer will
this
help
door
somebody.
is real creaky. We could get, and he just like pulls out some WD-40 from his thing. He's just that's that guy.
All right. Look, if there's nothing else we want to buy,
Say,
let's
be like
let's
the
start
Joker.
selling.
Get a crowbar.
No. So the cost of an alchemist supply, the 50 gold. That's what it would cost us to restock the ship.
Really? Crowbar?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
You literally beat to death Jason Todd with a crowbar.
No. I get that reference, but I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Does that mean the Joker always has to have a crowbar because of that?
He has a crowbar a lot.
So the alchemist supplies is the actual tool.
Okay.
To make this stuff.
Iconic. Half of it.
So you have the tools. Mm-hmm. So if you want to restock it, I'll say you can
good reference. I'll take
you
that.
can spend 5 gold to get supplies, and then because typically when you make items, you're actually just converting money. What we used to have to do with 3.5 was convert money preemptively all the time and buy the specific supplies.
Hate
So Starfinder did a great job. They went, it's called a allotment or something. It's like a UBI or something. It's a UPB, Universal Polymer Base. And it's like, here's plastic, and you just turn it into whatever you want. It turns into guns and ammunition and food and whatever you need. It's just proteins. Here you go. And you just turn that into anything.
You keep referencing Starfinder. Should
Good game. I highly recommend it.
Looking at getting particle beam weapons?
Dude, I used particle beam weapons. They were bases.
Just Neverwinter particle beam weapons.
No, they don't actually.
Okay, good. Just thought to ask.
If you had done there was a side quest in the sort of the what are they called? The mountains.
Damn it! A spine of the world.
You could have got a laser pistol.
Damn it!
You could have got a laser pistol.
Spelljammer ship, guys. Screw this airship.
Could have got a laser pistol. Well, that would have been probably for Richard's character, and Richard hasn't played with us since 2019, I think. So
Yeah.
we miss you, Richard.
We do miss you.
Steve, just for you, I'm gonna
We
put
love
in
you.
the chat a handful of pictures of the Joker with crowbar from various media from the
No. You convinced me. No.
Games? He always
I-
has a crowbar.
I
picture
defer to
Cesar
your
Romero
comic book
holding
knowledge.
a crowbar like this, like it's a baby. Like
It's just such an iconic thing that
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if every time there's a new Joker comic, one of the variants has him with a crowbar, just because they gotta do it.
No,
The games, the movies, he's always got a crowbar.
he has
No,
revolvers and crowbars. Those are his two weapons of choice. Somehow that guy
I
puts
agree.
up a fight against, Batman, but whatever. Is there anything else you want to do in Neverwinter? So we can, move things along here.
I will write a note of my vision, and I will try to deposit it in a discreet place, hoping the Harpers are watching me. I have no idea how they operate.
Oh, a dead. You want to do the
dead drop. Dead drop.
I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna stick it in the corner of a
9 or a 6.
9.
Whichever you believe it to be.
Oh God, I can't. Wait, what's on the opposite side?
Let's just say it's a 9 plus
Pretend
10.
you're Gabe. You'll have perfect sight.
I can't pretend to have perfect sight. I don't have perfect sight.
It's about believing in yourself.
Role playing.
It was a
Role
9.
play.
It was a 9. Okay, it was a 9.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I informed the
Anyone?
churches. I dropped my Harper contact info. I just want to make sure I'm consistent. So that's it. I'm done. I'm good.
I never
Okay.
carry money, so I don't buy things.
That's reasonable. I mean, I have your money. So if there's anything that comes across, if you want to,
I got
Is
silver
there-
knuckles.
yeah, you could do that.
That
They
just-
burn my hands a little bit.
Oh boy, are
I use
your
them.
fingers ever red?
Oh no.
Just like a constant allergic reaction. It's not fun.
It reminds me I'm still alive.
Off to Candlekeep then? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Wait, before we-
Navigator.
sorry, just before we go, sorry, you said that everything was ruined in the ship, but that means that the tools are all still there in the Fiddlebender ship, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
instead of me figuring out how much should be there, I'm like, it's just all the ingredients were destroyed, ruined, I should say, not destroyed necessarily, but ruined.
Yeah.
So, like things
And
in
the
stoppers,
traffic
the stopper
controls.
open. So if it's like, oh, that's gonna oxidize, and then it oxidizes, you're like, shit, stuff
Mhm.
like that, whatever.
Yeah.
So what do I need to roll for the navigation?
Survival, but or you can roll your proficiency in airships.
I forgot to add that actually. So
So-
I at?
It's proficiency bonus plus wisdom for you for navigation. I'm pretty sure.
plus
3
5.
swords over there. I don't
We
feel
could
like pulling them all
we
out.
could probably check under the airship rules. Draw a map, forage, navigate. Quartermaster navigator's tools. The quartermaster tries to burn the ship and making wisdom survival. Wisdom navigator's check. Navigator's tools check. Oh, okay. Well, I'll also allow you to use your proficiency in whatever.
Okay. Well, the proficiency. So that would be wisdom plus proficiency, right? So
Correct.
That's,
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So it's +8. So I'm just gonna roll a wisdom check.
Yeah.
That actually will do it.
This is just to determine how quickly you're gonna get there. I
Nice,
don't I'm not gonna do a whole bunch, but it's just to determine how quickly you get there.
Never know. We might fall from the sky again.
I got a 27, so hopefully not.
You get there super duper quick.
Sweet. Nice.
Yeah. It's like in Valheim when I've got the motor power and I've got full wind. And because I remembered to actually change powers. All right.
Well, we rolled well for once.
It does not take long. It does not take long in your airship because you can travel like 216 miles, which is a lot. So you pile into the airship. It feels a little empty now. Like things have been cleared out, right? Marily's not in here anymore. You kind of have to designate a captain in theory now, because like you have a navigator, but like who's actually going to steer, right? Like Like, who's your helmsperson?
That's true. Who should be the helmsperson since I'm the navigator?
Probably not me, because I
Well,
can't see.
But
So
Unless
you
you
have a
point and
so
you're
you-
like,
you-
turn slightly right.
if you recall, you need a captain, a first mate, a bosun, a quartermaster. Then you can have a surgeon cook, and then there's a general role called sailor,
I
right?
am the bosun because I thought it was bowsman, like
Mhm.
Chadwick.
I don't remember what it
Bosun
then
or
I learned later I was
boatswain
wrong.
is technical advice to the captain and crew to lead repairs and maintenance efforts. It's high strength and carpenter's tools, so yes, that makes sense for your character.
Mhm.
Captains are typically high intelligence and charisma, proficiency with the vehicle, as well as intimidation and persuasion. I don't.
Like Bambi or
I don't have
Marcus.
any of that.
Who
Wait, you. So my intelligence is +4, but my charisma is only a +1.
Bambi.
But I'm
Bambi.
also not proficient with the vehicle, and you are.
You guys will
no.
all become proficient with the vehicle
Okay.
eventually. You know who's
Okay.
got high charisma and intelligence?
Me.
Is
Gabe.
Is Gabe?
Get
Yeah,
the fuck out of here.
he's got
I mean,
a very high
amazing.
charisma.
I
That's
mean,
amazing.
we could ask him to steer.
Could
He's
be
been on
the-
the ship before.
Switch
It's
with
true.
me. Okay.
He could be the captain, and then we go on our little adventures, and we hop back on the airship, and we always have a captain.
Yeah, but he's also very unreliable and a gambling addict, so you have to be careful around that.
Yeah, but he can go gamble in the city and then just make sure he's back on the ship to fly.
He might gamble away the ship,
ship.
that happens in movies.
That's true.
It's how
Because-
Han Solo
I
ended
see
up with the
Bambi
ship.
for
Doesn't-
captain.
I don't know if you're aware, captains don't own ships usually. Someone
Yeah,
else
they're
owns
just-
the ship, and they're hired on. So I can't gamble the ship. Checkmate.
Here's the thing: we pay Gabe to fly us
No,
around to be.
and
the
Where do I
captain.
get one of those little
Spend
white
money on-
hats?
Probably in Neverwinter.
Which we just
You
left.
can buy it for a 2% discount.
2% discount?
It's a
Is it a
big city.
magical hat?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, if you guys want me to be the captain,
I'm here for the adventure, man. Just here for
I
the
assume
adventure.
that you guys are
No, Gabe.
asking when she's not around.
All this shit might be your fault. Not that you meant to, but you know what happened. So, this is like your redemption arc, you know? And, you're part of this little weird family
I already had a
Um,
redemption arc,
Well,
and
you
it
can,
was saving East Haven.
that you know of.
first
But this
time.
is part 2 because you jumped in time. It never really ended, you know?
You could save
Um,
Mare Lee. How about that? That's a redemption.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up. I think we've been told repeatedly that we can't, and there's nothing we can do.
that we know of.
But everybody with the
Really
redemption arc
excited
thinks
about
they can-
that part. What I would like to do is go kill whoever caused this.
Well, if you captain, you can take us to it
Sounds like the
eventually.
captain to me.
then get on the fucking boat.
Only if you say the following words. Look at me. I'm the captain now. You say this, you're captain. He's saying it subconsciously. Look at those eyes.
Xanon,
He's
Xanon,
saying
look
it.
at eye contact. Eye contact, right? Don't do the thing where you go back and forth. Okay.
No,
I
I do
am the
this thing where I
fucking
stare right
captain
here now.
Get on the boat.
It was great, guys. He added the little F word. It was great. Very spontaneous. I bothered.
Who's the first mate? Is that
I think
Was
that's
that Bambi?
I don't know.
that's
Bambi.
persuasion, intimidate, high charisma. First mate benefits. Yeah, they're encouragement. Maybe you didn't have a first mate, but
I
Yeah,
can
we
be.
might
We
the
did
not
not
first
have a
mate.
first
you have a
mate.
bosun,
We
you have a
didn't have a first
quartermaster.
mate.
I don't remember what I was.
In Bambi's shadow, we don't know about. Be the first mate.
I don't know-
Kidding. No, the ship will crash.
I don't know what you mean by shadow. Like,
She's being
I don't
haunted by
know.
something.
Let's
You
just
gotta
get
let it.
to
None
Candlekeep.
of
We need
that
to.
is true.
We
Okay.
need
Xanon
to.
will wear many hats. You need the chef.
I know it's not
Xanon.
hat.
She's
I know
very
it's
tall.
not like actually
So,
hat, but I know
hats.
it's like some sort of
Yeah.
all
godly
right.
thing.
You get to Candlekeep the next day. If you
Excellent.
want, you
Yeah.
can sail through the night technically. But some of you might be tired, so it's up to you. Anyway, you get to the gates of Candlekeep. One second. Standing atop a rocky crag overlooking the Sea of Swords, the massive citadel of Candlekeep has endured the elements for centuries and defied the degradations of time. Visible for miles around, Candlekeep has an eye-catching silhouette, a high wall interspersed with towers. This wall encloses a large space from which more towers rise. Those who behold the edifice say it looks like nothing so much as a cake decorated with an overabundance of candles. The entrance to Candlekeep is a double gate that stands at the end of the Way of the Lion, the only road that provides access to and from the outside world. The route follows a lonely path across the peninsula where Candlekeep stands. I believe what the gate is actually called a barbican. You are greeted at the entrance. I assume you land your airship outside. There's nowhere to land inside.
Yo, make a wish.
Yeah, let's not antagonize Candlekeep. Let's land outside.
Us.
The enormous
I look over the
double
side.
gates of Candlekeep are 3 times the height of a human and wrought of black metal magically warded to foil attempts to damage them. Both doors are emblazoned with the sigil of Candlekeep. One of the 2 gates stands open far enough to admit visitors during the day, and the other is kept shut. I do have Candlekeep here, don't I? Bedecked in purple vestments, 5 avowed, which are priests of Denir, the god of writing, oversee the front gate. One approaches you and says, "May I help you this morning?"
All right. Well, if nobody else steps up, I will stand up.
Who's been carrying the creepy book?
I think the creepy
It's
book
in
is in
the-
your bag.
yeah,
To be
it's in the
honest,
bag.
Well,
Definitely in the
here's
bag
the
of holding.
thing. It's in the bag.
we seek
Almost
the
gave it to a
knowledge.
bad person.
Bad person. Bad. Good. Bad. It's just a bunch of guys. I approach and I say, I am. Actually, I forgot my name.
Derleth.
Derleth Fell.
Derleth Fell. I am Derleth Fell.
It's that second
Priest.
drink of the week, guys.
Yes. Yes. It was good. It was good. I'm glad I
Gotta call the
I'm glad I took
government.
it with you. I'm glad I
This is
shared
not
it
a
with you.
plot point I conceived of, where Derelith gains amnesia, like merrily. Apparently, it's infectious. Everybody roll wisdom saves.
Time madness. Oh God. By the gods. I am Derleth Fell, a priest of Kelemvor. We seek the library of Candlekeep, and we have a book.
And
Oh.
please present. You may enter the first gate, and you can show us your volume.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. I guess that's.
So you are
that's how it
ushered.
works.
You the airship, and yeah,
There's
I
like
love that. It's so funny.
there's like a little.
yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
Gabe, as you walk in, Gabe goes, "Remember where we parked?"
We're an itchy lot.
Yeah. There is an awning with a table, and you see several other avowed standing about. There's 4 other avowed standing about, talking. There's no one else here. It's fairly early in the morning. And there's the other gate, and then guards atop it with halberds, and swords and bows and other things, and ballistae, and who knows what other kind of armaments, just ready to lay into whoever decides to siege the greatest library in all of Forgotten Realms. And they say,
Smell like?
please, present your volume. Just place it on here, and we'll have someone inspect it, and if you're good, we'll send a runner to verify. So
Bambi, can we get the book, please?
Bambi very dramatically reaches into her bag and
it's a large book, right? Like it was.
It's a fucked up tone.
both hands.
Yes,
both hands.
crafted human
Yeah.
skin,
Oh, you
so
guys
I mean,
can't
yes.
see me. Fuck.
You don't need
Platu,
to.
Anyways, both
barata,
hands.
nikto.
All
I
right.
believe you're acting it out. You're like,
Yeah, that's 100% what I'm doing. Yeah,
Rata.
do it.
my hands are in. Yeah, all the way in there.
Next
She's
time.
already got her hands on it, even though it's real gross. But
Nocturne.
she's really making a big show.
Really an N-word.
Because no, she's selling the fantasy that this is a big deal because we gotta make sure that we're gonna get into this place.
I think it is a big deal. I mean,
It's a
it's
one-of-a-kind
it's
book.
bound in human skin. I think we're fine.
He
It's a skin
noticeably
book, yes.
recoils. He's like, oh.
I know.
It's a pretty
real-
bad book.
I'm
And
actually
he waves over one of the other avowed, and they're all like turn and they stop and they go, oh.
I didn't do
nasty.
this. I want to be. I didn't do this.
And
I
they don't
found-
even like open the book. They go, send for one of the scribes. Oh, gee, okay. And
I-
then with they put on white gloves.
This was a miracle book, right?
Yeah.
and he just gingerly opens the.
Yes, we
It's
felt
like-
that it was best.
And he
that
goes, "This is an original, I suspect."
I think
just
it's
make
close
sure
enough.
Maybe, like,
Yeah, I don't think that skin
don't
is
say the
from-
words out loud
Could
under your
you-
mouth while you're writing.
Yeah,
That's
no one
okay.
should read this. Could you tell us where you and you know,
Oh,
someone
no.
pulls
Forgot
out
the
a
name.
quill, like a scroll, and it's like it starts describing
Yeah.
the volume. And says, could you tell us where you found it? You know, what the date and like all this stuff, and they want that info for
Does
their
anybody
records,
have this
right?
written down?
Well, it
Um,
was
Veil
January
of
of
the Shadow.
2022, guys.
I
We searched
think
the
it
Veil
was
of Shadows east
actually
of Kuldahar.
near like Deep Winter or something like that.
I
It's,
found it.
No, you don't actually have to say. Like they just they want all this info. Yeah. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. They're like, oh, Veil of Shadows. Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
actually, I don't know if this is helpful. And she goes and reaches into her bag and she pulls out a rubbing from the wall with worn carvings in Old Eluskin from the wall of the same building.
Like, is this a set? Is this a set?
No,
Of these.
no.
This is from. Okay, I
The
see.
same place.
From the
I-
location, though.
I can't read it, so I maybe it's
Ah.
like this is Joe's place. Like it might be.
It
like
might be a good addendum, yes.
That dude is like, oh, I can read that. Yeah. It's just it tells a story about a
like
barbarian king.
Oh yeah, we met him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he's still there. Just
Where I
just
got this
add
sick
that in the
black
notes.
wolf thing. Look
So
at this shit.
normally what we do is we take the original and then give you a copy. Do you want a copy of this? We're not
Yes,
sure
please.
of not the
Really?
rubbing.
I didn't actually want a copy.
They don't mean
Oh,
the rubbing. They
Yeah,
they
the
mean,
book.
The transcription
tome
of
the tome of
the tome.
Miracle. So like I don't think
It wouldn't be like a skin book still, right? Like it would just be like
no, it would be an ordinarily bound. It would cost 20 gold, and you get
Ooh.
a bound.
Oh no.
Great, yeah, because nobody should read whatever's in here.
No.
Yourself
A runner
included.
comes and they're like, yeah, we don't have a book like that. I mean, we have books like it, but we don't have that book, right? And they're like, okay, great, you may enter Candlekeep, and
Nice.
We just
They
want to
take-
do the keep it safe out of the hands of bad
they
people.
take your rubbing and they're like, we'll get you a, we'll copy this, and
Yeah, and yeah, just like give it
Excellent.
a copy
Yeah.
of the story in readable language.
yeah, that can be done. It's
It's all
incomplete,
profane
but
language,
yeah, it
though.
can.
Well, it was very
No, it's not.
old.
God,
Ancient
there's the
Thoras
part two.
is not a profane language. It's just
It's-
hieroglyphs. It's like hieroglyphs. It's just like
Old
here
age
lies so and
Thoras.
so, and these are his deeds, and
But anyways, I think everyone gives gigantic thumbs up to who was it that we insisted that we grab this book? I'm pretty sure it was you. Yeah.
It was me.
So big thumbs up to Xanon because we
I
were
was
like
big
this is
branding
gross.
Candlekeep all along.
it definitely didn't do a lot for your concordance with the other god of death. But
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
but he's a bad dude, so who cares?
So who cares?
Yeah.
but in a way, we did something heroic. We
Well,
kept
it would have
fighting against
improved.
bad people.
That would have improved your concordance with deities like Lathander. So,
Well, Blackbender knows what we did. It'll be fine.
yeah.
I'm sure.
better.
already had a
I
laugh about
personally
it.
feel better the book ends up in Candlekeep than in.
Okay, so
Lost.
you guys are led into Candlekeep. You are offered the services of a adjutant, which is like a guide. Avowed adjutants are. By the way, you are upon entry they call you seekers. There's seekers. There's a whole bunch of names. Yeah, you're called. Yeah. Seekers are people. Yeah, looking for knowledge. You can request the assistance of an avowed adjutant. You're probably going to need one because we don't just let people wander the halls looking for books. You'll have to request material that will be brought to you. So if there's like a list you could make of what you're looking for, that'd be great. If you know the specific tomes, that would be even better. But if it's just categories you're looking for, of course, some things are off limits.
We are looking for the journals of marilith Fiddlebender, as well.
And
as...
so an adjutant. So you need an adjutant. Okay.
Yeah.
Fleet's yuan-ti tongue.
Sprig Summerfoot, a 23-year-old halfling scribe with ink-stained fingers and a small bag of cookies in one pocket, and it comes up. Hello there. I will be, and he just eats a cookie.
Why does he sound
I
like
will
a
be
kobold?
Love him.
I mean, a gnome. Sorry, a gnome from 4th edition.
I'm gonna just do a perception check real quick. Is he a kobold? That's a 15.
No, he's very
Sorry, I
clearly
meant a gnome.
halfling.
I meant a gnome.
But is he like
not,
a kobold?
He's not wearing shoes. He's got big old
Great
hairy
kobold
feet.
trench coat.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, I'll be your adjutant, and if there's anything you need, you just let me know, and I'll do what I can. I'll happily take down, and he pulls out a
Is
a
this
clipboard.
Are you like new? I'm just
No.
like curious.
No, I've been here for years. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
in my
wow.
I'm in my 5th year. Yeah, I love it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's books everywhere.
Do
Everything
they
smells
love
like
you
paper.
too? Yeah.
I think so. I mean,
That's cool.
no one tells me they love me, but I assume they do.
That's very sad.
Well, what flavor cookies do you have? What type of cookies are those?
I like very oatmeal raisin.
I won't steal them. I was just wondering.
They're my favorite.
The oatmeal?
Oatmeal raisin.
Oh, are they soft or
Yeah.
like a little crunchy?
I like a mixture of both.
I do too. Okay,
Some of them are crispy and some of them are chewy.
nice.
But that's
Can
not why
respect-
you're here. Back to business, lady. All right. Time is money in Candlekeep.
Where have we been like escorted? Are we like in a room by ourselves, or are we just like standing next to that
There
one
is
dude?
an inn within Candlekeep that you may
Okay.
stay,
Okay.
and then there are reading rooms you may enter with
With him.
Sprig. And
It's like
yeah,
reading.
Sprig leads you. If you want to go now, we can go to the reading room. Otherwise, get your stuff and then come meet. I'll come meet you. But if you want to give me your list, and then I'll start working on it, because I don't get all the. I gotta get someone else to get the books, right? So
So let's do. Oh, so you're a run. Sorry, they said you're a runner. You say you're a runner.
No,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
an
yeah.
he's
no,
an
I'm an
adjective.
adjutant. I'm an adjutant.
Yeah, that thing.
You are a bit agitating. It's true.
No,
Yeah,
I'm an adjutant. It's not an
oh.
adjective.
Oh.
Okay,
Can be.
it's an. I don't know why I'm looking up. We're the same height.
No, we can just table talk. The like, what do we need? I know our entire campaign is us table talking, but like, what do we actually need?
We need her. Well, we're here for her journals, but we can
Mhm.
also, if you think about it, we had all those
Belafit.
stories. Yeah, we had like the Belafit's thing that was only part of it. So we're looking to Belafit's 2 children, who are the mixed-blooded children, or they ran the group of mixed-blooded children, tieflings,
So like,
etc.
is this Belafet? He's like a fiend of some kind.
Yeah,
Yes.
Do you know what kind? Like, is he a Tanari or is he a Beitsu?
he's a bad one.
Well, they're all bad. That's
you
kind
know
of how we feel about that here.
That's
The difference
Fake.
there is whether it's chaotic or lawful.
Tanaris are
Look, I'm
demons
trying to
and
read.
Beitsu are devils.
devils.
Is the devil okay? And do you know what layer of hell he would have inhabited?
He was in. Okay, hold on. He was
I don't
he was in
think you have that.
Avernus.
Oh,
Avernus.
Avernus, the first.
That's where
one.
he was. He was
Okay.
slayed there. He was
Oh.
slayed there. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay. Oh, he's killed. Oh, that's good to
But
know.
there was
Okay.
like
Do you know when he was
anything
killed?
above it-
Because like that could narrow down the search and make things go quicker.
well,
Yeah.
he was killed by Abdel.
Abdel, is that?
It was the Shining Crusade 100 years ago. Dragonspear
that guy's
Castle.
from
you
here.
know?
Did you know that? That guy grew up here. Yeah, I would thought it'd be.
Oh,
Cool. I
cool,
thought like
yeah.
maybe I could be like a Bale Spawn too. Like that would be
Oh,
cool, right?
yeah.
If I was
It'd
like,
be pretty
well, I'll
cool, yeah.
grow up and I'll be like this really, really tough son of the god of murder, and then like I'll fight a dude on top of the tower at Baldur's Gate, and I'll become the god. I mean, I don't want to be the god of murder, but like, I could. Yeah, that's And you guys know his story. He's a cool guy. He came from here. His dad was his adopted dad was one of the monks here. His name was Gorion, and he was super powerful. He was friends with some cool people. Like he was like friends with Elminster. Have you heard of Elminster? He's like super smart.
We've all heard.
Are
of
any of those
Elminster.
people still alive?
I don't know. I've never met anyone. Well, if I don't know about you, I've read the story, okay? And Elminster actually, this is pretty gross. He died like right outside the gates, like in the middle of the night. Abdel's brother, maybe you heard of him, Saravok Anchev, he tried to start a war. It's the whole Iron Crisis. So he and he puts like his clipboard down. He's like, yeah. So like, this guy Saravok, he wanted to like get Baldur's Gate to fight I don't know if Am is south of here. It's a whole city or the whole country, and he poisoned like these. He got these kobolds. In Nashkel, those are the mines south of here, between here and and then they messed up all the iron, and so like there was no iron, and so like it really, really drove prices up, and so they were like gonna go to war, and then Saravok was gonna use that to like I don't know, like cause a lot of death to like make his dad happy or something. But his dad was dead, but he's back now. I don't know if you're aware. Oh, those dudes are back now, and it's real.
I'm
bad.
sorry.
Bale that got a murder. I don't know if you heard. There's
Oh yeah, no, we fought him.
Oh, well, you didn't fight Bale, like actual Bale. Like he's a god. You would die. He would be like zap. You'd be dead. So no, you didn't fight. You didn't fight Bale.
No, we definitely did.
Eric is
him. We fought him.
No, you definitely.
I'm letting this
dying, oh my
conversation
God.
Definitely
to be
didn't.
clear,
You definitely, and he will just keep going back and forth with you, but like you did.
All right. Okay. If he really does, just keep going forward.
So basically, we just need to know. Have anything on Belafet? Belafet's 2 children.
Okay.
Group they ran called.
Okay. So
which
like,
was
do you
named for the
know
mixed blooded
like
children.
do you know if like they were directly his kids? Like they're not
Yeah.
tieflings, that they're Cambions, right? Because Cambions are half fiends. So if they're like half, that's a whole different section of the library, right? Like it goes like tieflings, which are like a little bit of blood, and then there's like Cambions, which are like
Let's
half
get
blood.
situated.
and
They
then-
were like really his children, and they even
Okay.
had a company called the Legion of Chimera.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, good
Yes,
luck.
see,
Do you,
I'm
you
using
want?
specific
Okay,
terms.
that's
We're
good. Yeah.
stopped at the hands
And do you
of
know what this Legion of
Seldarian.
Chimera was? Like, was it like a mercenary company, or was it like
It
like
was
just an
a
army,
group.
or
It was even for mixed-blooded children. So we
Okay.
call them
Turned.
tieflings. Talking half-elves, we're talking
Uh-huh.
dwarves.
Turned evil.
turned
It turned
evil?
evil. Turned
It
evil
sounds
army.
pretty evil to begin with because it's like Cambions and stuff. So
Yeah, it was because someone in the
That's
10 towns sent them
racist.
holy water to
It's not
starve them, and they
racist.
went on a
Cambions are
rampage.
evil. They're half devil. Like they're half demon or devil, so they're half evil. So that's
It would
like
be really cool to find out maybe which plane their keep fell into, because there was a
they
whole
had
thing.
they had a keep. Do you
Their
know what the keep
adventurers
is?
attacked them.
Do you know what the keep is called? The
Yeah,
keep?
So here's
do you
the
know?
thing.
Or do you know where it was? Maybe. And like
Let me
we
pull
could.
up the real document, because this is all just my notes I took going Dave speed.
Wait. Shinamai. Shinamai. Hey, do you know? Yeah, you know Shinamai. You mentioned Shinamai. Yeah, Shinamai.
I don't know what you're referring to. It sounds
Hold
made
on.
up.
What?
Hold on, I'll find it.
I think you mean Yoxonomai.
Shinamai.
Cinnamon. Friend Cinnabon.
Shinamai, yeah.
It's Cinnabon. Okay, hold on.
Well, I have this book from the Harples. They have some grimoires on.
Oh yeah, we know the
Jaredstone.
Harpers. They're real weird people, but they're nice.
Yeah, they don't like cookies.
They're real eccentric.
Yeah. Anyways, so
As
they
you-
gave some
yeah.
grimoires. Yeah,
Okay.
there's some grimoires on on Hellmouths and Jaredstone. So anything more on Jaredstone would be great.
Yeah, it's done. Okay. All right, you guys get situated. I'm gonna go find out what I can about this
Okay.
stuff. All right, I'll go get you. But
I
It
should
sounds
have
like
like
you're
bullet
grabbing
points
before
of
he takes off.
keywords and be like, if it has anything to do with these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to grab him before he takes off. Then I say, my friend, I understand that you are very knowledgeable of this place. I actually wish to learn more about Naxir, Lord of the
okay.
End of Everything,
Uh-huh.
or Jurgle, as you may know.
Oh,
the
Jurgle. Yeah, the
seneschal.
scribe of yeah. Okay, yeah.
I wish to learn about holy places or
Uh-huh.
any books that you
Uh-huh.
may have on Jurgle.
I gotta be honest with you. Jurgle's real old. There's not a lot on that guy. Like that guy's real
Anything you
old.
can find, I am certain
I
your
will.
knowledge will suffice. I give him 5 gold as
I
my
will
service.
do my best.
Can he
I
spend
pass
money
him
on
5
anything?
gold.
Is he paid or is he just like a
Yeah, no. He could like. There's a bar here and things like that. That like.
Well,
he seem
yeah,
like a guy
I
that
drop
drinks
5
well?
gold into his hand as I say yes.
To be fair,
gonna
people
buy-
who work here mostly spend their money on more books,
I
right?
was
Like
gonna
it's like
say.
people
That's
who work
fine.
I
who work
like
at
that.
Indigo.
Yeah.
I don't care. He can
If
spend
we
on whatever
find
he
a bakery
wants.
close by, we'll try to find some bribe cookies.
A bakery.
No, he likes
He,
cookies.
he shovels off, and you guys whatever. So
Bribe
Excellent.
cookies.
You guys,
settled.
whatever. We go to the
Um,
reading room. We hang out.
okay.
Oh no, I thought we
A
were,
lot of
going to
books.
drop our stuff off in the inn. Do we want to
Yeah,
get a room?
yeah,
in
we
the
should.
No.
Oh
sure.
yeah, we can
In
do that.
here,
we
I
can
think
do
this
that.
is a giant library.
They have it. There's
Yeah,
an in here.
but
There's
there's
an
an
in
Oh,
inn,
here.
yeah.
okay.
There's ins and
Sorry.
outs.
Yeah.
I
Winthrop
haven't played Baldur's
Junior,
Gate in a long
Junior,
time.
Junior, 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 Junior,
Junior.
Junior. All right.
Yeah.
We named the dog India.
Thank you.
What do you
We all
want?
knew.
What do you want to know? Because you'll have to, you'll have to look up things. So he brings you all kinds of stuff, right? So you tell me you ask me what you want to know, and I'll tell you if it's in there.
How was he defeated the last time?
Belafet?
Yeah.
Belafet was defeated by Abdel Adrian and his companions during the Shining Crusade, when there was a whole thing where this woman was going to get her, I believe it's her uncle, out of the Nine Hells, and it's this whole trap thing, and they go into they defeat all the devils at Dragonspear Castle, which is a known there's a portal to hell in Dragonspear Castle. So, and that every couple hundred years or so, it perks up, and then you got to deal with it. And so that's what they did. They dealt with it, and Abdel Adrian, in his own accounts, in his own journal, which is available here, went into Avernus and slew Belafet and a bunch of other people, devils, in hell, finishing that thing. There's nothing in Abdel's journal about Abdel didn't know anything about Belafet. Didn't know Belafet had tried, to enter the mortal plane previously. Abdel was just I kill stuff good, and then became I believe he became the Duke of Baldur's Gate.
What class is Abdel?
He is a fighter.
Okay, so he just meleeed.
He died very recently, as he
Abdel
fought.
knows Minsk and Boo, possibly.
In fact,
right?
Minsk and Boo traveled with Abdel for quite some time.
That was the last note I took from last session.
Yeah.
Gave up writing after that.
Minsk, one of the heroes of Baldur's Gate, yes. Went missing many years ago. Keep in mind, we're talking, this is 150 years ago or more. Yeah. This is 1360, 1370, sometimes. Like
it's probably 300 years.
No, it's not that long ago. It's after the Time of Troubles, right? It's the 1360s, 1370s. That's when Baldur's Gate takes place.
Were we able to find Marilee's journal?
Yes, Marilee's journal details the events of Icewind Dale 1 and Icewind Dale 2. And there's the Company of Heroes are not named in here, but it details their whole journey until the end where they defeat Belafet. Yuxonomai is Belafet. Belafet had a nemesis, a demon nemesis, right? Belafet had fought much in the Blood War and wanted sort of more for himself, which is very normal within the devil hierarchy. They're always scheming, right, above them. Not unlike the Drow, but the Drow are chaotic. The devils are lawful. And he decided that he would come to the mundane world and take over a chunk of it, thus benefiting hell. Thus, that looks good, right, on your resume to your boss, right? And he was thwarted because his ancient enemy Yuxonomai, which was a marilith, she's the one who killed Gabe. She killed him, and then he was resurrected by his friends. So Gabe is not a fan of hers. She operated beneath a fake library in Dorn's Deep, which was originally a dwarven stronghold, and it was filled with yuan-ti, which are snake people. And she and her army were defeated by the heroes of East Haven. And then they went on and did some, there was more, that thing just kept getting deeper until they were led to Belafet and then defeated him. And the kind of in-between part is the part that, it is somewhat of interesting, or maybe the part into Icewind Dale 2, where about 20 years after that, these children of Belafet, although no one knew they were the children of Belafet at the time, created the Order of the Legion of the Chimera, thinking that, we get treated like shit because we're half devil, and everybody hates, because they have twisted legs. There's an account where the son, Issair, when he's born, the priest mentions that he has twisted legs. So he has the legs of a goat. And they have wings, and they have red skin. They look and to normal people, they're that's a fucking devil. That's not a person. That's evil. So their upbringing was rather rough. And eventually, when they were adults, they turned to the worship of the godson, Xatu Vim, which was the son of Bane, who eventually died, so Bane could be reborn. And they formed this order, and a different group of heroes, a mercenaries from the town of Targos, eventually defeated them. And upon their defeat, the Citadel of the Hand, also called the Hand of the Seldarine, which was a keep in the Spine of the World Mountains, fell into another plane. It literally, like a black hole, went and was gone, and they along with it. So no one knows if they were slain. No one knows where they went. No one knows where that went. No one's really looked into it, right? Because there's not a reason to. So if you care about their upbringing, I could go into that. It's not detailed super well, but the reason they had altruistic designs, but because they're Cambians, everything is easily twisted for them. And what happened was they, built this place. They're like, oh, it's a place for half orcs, half elves, whatever. Come here and, because we're the outcasts of the world. We're not accepted anywhere. And Gabe's like, that's true. Like, even as a half elf, like, people did not like us back then. Like, just like, you're not treated as to a human, you're an elf, and to an elf, you're a human, and you're the worst aspects of everything. He's like, so I get where they're coming from. And what happened with them was the people of 10 towns sent an emissary as a gesture of goodwill, sent them a lovely gift of holy water.
Right. Yes.
But it was not late. It was like, oh, here's this nice bottle of wine, and then they burn themselves, right? Because it's holy water. It literally hurts them. Not unlike Xanon, it would be like more intense than the feeling of the silver on your flesh. So you can imagine how horrible that would be. It'd be like drinking acid, like a mild acid for normal people. So yeah, that one event turned, and that's when they just were like, fuck it, we're gonna conquer the North. And they were defeated, so. Yeah, the children's names are Isair, Isair, and Madae, Madae. And he was a wizard, a very powerful wizard, and she was a very powerful cleric. And in fact, he carried a replica of the... Xatu Vim had a scimitar called the Scimitar of Souls, and he carried what's the word I'm looking for? Not a replica, but like an approximation of it. Very powerful, like, artifact, right? Even like a copy of an artifact is very powerful, as you can imagine. So
Right.
These were not weak people, even at their time. Like, they were incredibly powerful. In 3rd edition statistics, they're like level 29, which is like demigod tier. So
Which is appropriate given,
they were not weak, right? Yeah, they were not weak. And the heroes of East, like the second hero, the mercenaries of Targos, probably, they were not weak either. They defeated like several dragons in their travels. They took on almost entire armies. So yeah, they were very powerful. Any next question?
I mean,
It is
Go ahead.
11.
yeah, that's the other part.
Yeah.
We have.
Oh no, we'll
can
have
we
to think of our
continue?
questions for next week.
Well, mine were all very focused on Jurgle. I just wanted to find out more about his games, his places of
Jurgle and
power in.
Lots of gerbils.
Yep.
This is my own sort of interest.
Gerbles.
Yeah.
Jurgle.
And I think Bambi would be very focused on Marilith's journal, and if possible, like if they had stuff from Oswald. Oswald is the guy that whose ship
Her
was
uncle,
close,
yeah,
right?
Oswald Fiddlebender. Yeah. No, he was very secretive, actually. He was very paranoid.
Okay.
I guess I was hoping we get a little further, so I guess we'll find out. I don't know if we're gonna play next week.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right.
I have a
almost
lot of stuff to
midterms.
do. I have 2 tests next week. Yeah.
Ugh.
All right. Good.
So.
Yeah. Fair
But
enough.
we have Critical Role on Friday.
Critical Role.
or at least Vox Machina, and then Sunday.
The Legend of Vox Machina on Amazon Prime.
And then Sunday.
We're not being paid. We're not being paid,
Last
but we're
of
just a fan.
Yeah.
And the upcoming The Mighty Nine series.
That's gotta be like a year away.
I feel like
though.
that's going to be after the third season.
But also, for all you know, they could already have been working on it.
That's
They just
true.
They
need to
clearly
know.
have been working on something.
They got to do the crossover anyway.
I've been saying that I wanted a Mighty Nine TV show.
Yeah.
I was like, when I was thinking it would be like after they finish Vox Machina, I was like, maybe then eventually we'll get Mighty Nine.
I'm fine with both.
But at
And
the
it
same
seems like the
time-
implication is there's going to be a fucking Bell's Hells TV show eventually then too, right? Like,
Yeah, they're all good. I
Bye.
love
Anyway,
them all.
see you next time.
Bye.
You know,
Yes,
Deadeye.
thanks
Bye.
for joining us.
Bye.
Take care.